members, Rajat Sharma has tendered his resignation from the post of President of DDCA. That's the Delhi cricket body. His resignation letter just came out, and let me read that up for you. He says, "Dear members, I take this opportunity to thank you all to have reposed faith in me during my tenure as the President of DDCA. In my short stint, I have made every effort to discharge my obligation in the best interest of the association with honesty and sincerity. The sole agenda was the welfare of the association and transparency in each and every aspect. In my endeavour, though, I faced many roadblocks, opposition and oppressions just to keep me from discharging my duties in fair and transparent manner. However, somehow I kept moving with only one agenda, that all promises made to the members must be fulfilled while keeping the interest and welfare of cricket paramount at all times." Goes on to say, however, cricket administration here is full of pulls and pressures all the time. I feel that vested interests are always actively working against the interest of cricket. It seems that it may not be possible to carry on as DDCA with my principles of integrity, honesty and transparency, which I am not willing to compromise. That's why I have decided to call it a day and hereby tender my resignation to the Apex Council. I would like to add that when I took over as the president, the DDCA were empty, the coffers were empty, and now we have a corpus of around 25 crore. And I urge upon you that this money be spent only for promoting cricket and helping cricketers. I thank you all for the overwhelming support, respect and affection you have given me throughout my tenure. Whatever I have contributed here would have not been possible without your support. He signs it off as the president for the last time and has now given his resignation. This was then reposted and retweeted by the DDCA with a confirmation. So what exactly does this mean? What are these questions that Rajat Sharma is talking about? Let's go across to Rika Roy, beg your pardon, to get more details on that. Rika, lots of things to be looked at, this resignation letter. And he talks about these pulls and pressures, says that things have not been done in the interest of cricket. That's a lot of criticism.
Sonal, good afternoon to you and good afternoon to our lovely viewers. I will answer that question of yours, but I will also have to talk about the pulls and the pressures that the Bangladesh cricket team are under right now, and India is rattling towards another win. Bangladesh are 64-4 already, but on your screen is the resignation tweet of Rajat Sharma, and you asked me about the pressures within DDCA. This is something that has existed for a very, very long time, and one thought that after the Lodha committee recommendations, after the elections last year that happened in June, things would be better. But what it seems now that the people may have changed a little bit here and there, but the way of functioning of DDCA remains almost the same. What has really happened is Vinod Tihara, the secretary of DDCA, who has had a long-standing battle with Rajat Sharma, whom Rajat Sharma wanted to be impeached. In fact, also there's a court battle going on with him over his DDCA membership, and Sharma wanted him out of not only of the Apex Council but also of DDCA. He has now managed to garner support, and Vinod Tihara's team now has brought out a resolution, and it happened at about 1 o'clock last night that they said that the CEO and the CFO of DDCA be sacked immediately. Apart from that, all of Rajat Sharma's powers have been taken away and they have been put in the hands of the Apex Council. What happens now? Rakesh Bansal, who is the vice president of DDCA, takes over as the president, Vinod Tihara as the secretary. So essentially, Apex Council will now be functioning and taking all the decisions. Well, in one way, this aligns with the Lodha committee recommendations. On the other hand, Rajat Sharma, who is seen as a face of integrity, who says has brought in about 25 crore rupees to DDCA and has managed to give it some kind of stability, is now made to go because of vested interest, because of certain contracts not going the way of Tihara's group, because DDCA is very well known to, the members are very well known to grant contracts to people, their own people, with which Rajat Sharma from the beginning has been against. So this is basically a battle between the Sharma and the Tihara faction, which has led to Sharma's exit.
And this means what then, Rika? That after Rajat Sharma's exit, the people he's been raising questions against, they take over?
That's correct. Vinod Tihara will be the secretary in the Apex Council, if I have read the list correctly, and Rakesh Bansal, who's the elder brother of a former office bearer of DDCA, Sneh Bansal, who is the vice president right now, and he takes over as the acting president. The CFO and the CEO they are going to be sacked effective today, so they'll have to appoint a CEO and a new CFO, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in their own people.
All right. So, Rika, for somebody who's just watching this as a fan of cricket right now and feeling extremely disappointed with what Rajat Sharma has exposed in a way or talked about in his resignation letter, what is that exactly is the way forward? Is there an option where Rajat Sharma can raise this level of corruption or lack of transparency, as he calls it, or people working against the interest of cricket, as he says, at a bigger forum? Is that possible at all?
Well, Sonal, anyone who has followed news and anyone who's followed cricket for at least the last 25 years or so would know that things, the more they change in DDCA, the more they remain the same. The ways of operation remain the same because the people don't change that much. If one person in the family goes, another person takes over, and that's not just true to DDCA, but that's true to BCCI on the whole. They have cited instances of other state associations also not following the Lodha committee recommendations in toto, and right. They also feel that perhaps now they can also flout some of it and agree to accepting some of it. It is sad. It is really sad because, BCCI has seen this court case which lasted for about 6 years. There was some kind of a finality. They got a final judgment. The Lodha committee recommendations had to be put in place before the elections. The elections happened in October. Saurav Ganguly was elected as a president. But this matter has got nothing to do with BCCI. It is a DDCA internal matter, and I don't think Rajat Sharma, apart from complaining to the BCCI, telling the BCCI members in his own personal capacity that there is corruption going on in DDCA, there's much he can do.